Hello and welcome to ELA. Today is Tuesday, the 27th of April. Today's video focus is on the close read for the article about the two hemispheres, the two parts of the brain. For this particular assignment, you need to complete the following directions. I'll walk you through the directions and then I will start to show you what you need to do on this assignment. And if you need further explanation, you definitely could contact me through Canvas inbox, but I'll get you started and I will get you or give you a claim that you can use for your claim. Okay, now there's 4 items on this set of directions. Each item is going to be worth 25 points. The first item is just to read. Now the article is below and you can, if you want to, just read it. If you want to listen to it, you can go back to the modules page and you can click on it, click on the title for this document that doesn't have the little pencil, just the piece of paper, that's the page. It has immersive reader and you can listen to it. Okay, so if you go back to your course modules, we'll have to go to English. We'll go back to our course modules. I can pick any class for the actual module. If you look at it, it's the left brain versus right brain. It's the piece of paper without a pencil. If you click on that, you will get the article and have immersive reader. You can click on immersive reader, click on the arrow and listen to it. Okay, when you go back to the modules page, if you click on the one with the pencil, you'll get this assignment. Okay, so for the first thing you do is just to read it or listen to it. Once you've done that, you can, as it says in the directions above, highlight in your favorite color to show that you've done that. Okay, now you're going to do your second read below. You have to do your second read below. And as you read, you're going to highlight important items in yellow. Okay, now I suggest that you highlight phrases and not entire sentences so that you just don't have one giant mass of yellow. Okay, but the brain, human brain, is an intricate organ. About 3 pounds, contains 100 billion neurons and 100 million to 100 trillion connections. Okay, you see, those are all important things. I would go through the entire article and do that. It's the command center. Okay. So that's the second read. You're going to do all of that. And then the third read is the reader's mark. Now, the only reader's marks I think you should do during your second read, because you don't want to confuse yourself, is if you come to a word you don't know, you want to highlight it in red for vocabulary. Okay, so after you do all of the article in yellow, the stuff that's important for the brain, then you do your third read and you do your reader's marks. Now, if you do the red for vocabulary, during the second read, that's fine. So as I'm reading, I don't know what intricate means, or I'm not really sure, so I'm going to put that in red. You can do that. I would just do yellow for brain and then red for vocab. Okay, when you do the entire article, you go through the entire article with yellow and then maybe red if you don't know the word. Okay, so you're doing that. Then you can come up here when you've done the entire article, not just part of it, but the entire article. Then you can highlight the second read because you're done with that. Okay, now it's on to the third read. And for the third read, you can, if you have a printer at home, you could print out this key right here. Or you could get Post-it notes and write down what they are. That way you don't have to flip back and forth. You could copy it open up a new document and have a split screen or whatever. Those are all ways you can have them in front of you. Or you can just go down the list item by item and quickly work your way through. If you go item by item, the next thing you're looking for is a personal connection, and that's going to be green. Well, as you're reading it, maybe you'll come up with a personal connection, you know, when it comes to tips for keeping your brain sharp. And maybe you like crosswords and puzzles, so you would highlight that in green. I don't like that green. Okay, so maybe you like memory games, board games, card games, and video games. So maybe you would also highlight that in green for personal connection. That's what green is personal connection. Okay, so when you go through the whole thing for personal connection, if you're doing it one item at a time, which is probably how I would do, that's a logical step by step. Then as you complete something, you could highlight it as well. And I've done these two all the way through. And that's after you do the whole article. Okay, so it's just not one example of green or one example of red. You're going through the whole article, and you're going to have many. You're going to have many. Okay, if you're confused by something, then that's purple. So as you're reading, maybe you're confused by the fact that, if a brain injury severed the connection between the sides, you could still function. If that's confusing to you, how could you function? That might be in purple. When you go through the whole article, and you've done that, then you can come up here and highlight that. That's the approach I would take. I would go reader's mark by reader's mark. That way I don't leave anything out. That way I make sure I hit the whole article. P is going to be for prediction. That's in brown. I is for inference, where you connect the dots. That's blue. Of all the reader's marks, you're probably going to have the least number of P and I's. ST is stop and think. That's in pink. That's a critical point, usually at the beginning or end of an article. ID is an important or interesting detail. That's in orange. So that could be something that you originally had in yellow, but you thought it was the most interesting thing of everything. So then you make it into orange. And a key, that's the main or central idea. It's probably going to be at the end, possibly at the beginning in the topic sentence or claim of the article, definitely in the end in the conclusion. Okay, so once you've done all that, and when I look at your entire page, it would just be a bunch of colors, but you know what each color stands for. You've gone through it all. You have at least one example of each reader's marks, but you have more than that. It looks like you walked all over the page with paint. It's a Pollock picture, if you will. But when you have all of that done, you can highlight the last read. So you've done your three reads. Which is great, right? You're in good shape there. Now what you need to do is your claim. Okay, so it says write a claim based on the article. This is just a single sentence that captures the gist of the article and could be used to write a paragraph or essay. You are just writing the claim. Write your claim here. Now remember, with your claim, you restate the question. Well, in this case, the question is, what is the gist? What is this whole thing about? So you're going to restate the article gist. Then you're going to have some sort of thought, some sort of answer, and then you're going to take it one step further with some sort of inference. Okay, I'm going to put something up here all at once and we'll break it apart. Okay, so the left and right sides of the brain are very different. Okay, the left and right sides of the brain are. Okay, that's really just you're restating the question. Okay, what is it? Okay, your answer is that they're very different. That's your general answer. And then allowing us to become unique individuals, that's going to be your inference. Okay, so really your claim has those three parts always. You restate your answer, and then you have that one step farther. further that inference. If you want, you can use my claim, okay, because the only people who are going to be using my claim are watching this right now, so you're being rewarded for watching this. You need to make sure that you go through and you definitely highlight more than what I did, because I did not do all the reader's marks. I did not do all the reader's marks, and I definitely didn't do the whole article. And to get full credit, you need to do that. Okay, so right now, if you were to hand this in, you'd get a 50. You'd get 50 points for your claim, and you'd get 25 points for your claim, and then you'd get 25 points for that first read, which I really can't say that you didn't do, right? But you want to get points for the yellow and for the reader's marks because you just didn't do enough. Okay, so make sure you go through the whole article. Okay, with that, good luck. Tomorrow is working Wednesday, so if you need any additional help, just send me an inbox message and I will get back to you with answers to your questions. Have a great rest of your day, and I will see you Thursday in ELA. Bye-bye.